Hey guys, what's up? It's Rahul from the Chaos Gym, and today we're going to talk about Madison, Wisconsin Road to Worlds episode today. Okay, so basically, I decided to play Vepsiquen. The way I came to that conclusion is, after looking at the Seattle results, I had already been talking about Vepsiquen with a couple of other players, who all were just like, Vepsiquen's not that great, blah blah blah, whatever, and I was just like, Vepsiquen seems really good with choice band. It seems really busted. I didn't know what the meta was going into Seattle. I assumed like Gyarados was going to be huge. I thought it was like Greninja is going to be big. And I'm like, you beat all those. You beat Mega Ray, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know the Grubbador Drampa matchup that well. But like I had tested a couple games versus like I guess suboptimal lists at the time. And I was beating them. So I was just like, well, you beat them. So why not? The deck seems good. After Seattle falls through, I couldn't make it. Seattle happens, and Jeffrey Chang gets second with Vespasian list. And I was just like, well, the cat's out of the bag. So now people are going to start taking more Corios and Karens. So I was talking to my teammates, Ryan Sablehouse and Jimmy Pendarvis, all week leading up to the event about what to play. I sell Jimmy on the concept of bees. I explain all the matchups, explain a lot of the part of the list to him, and he's on board. Ryan's on board for the most part as well. We get to the event, and the night before, it's myself, Jimmy, Igor, a couple of the Virginia players, Aaron Senior, Cam, all those guys, Azul, Garcia Griego, Ryan Sablehouse, and Michael Pramawat. Oh, Mike joins us later, actually. I'll get to that. But all of us are talking about the deck. We're finalizing the changes, and me and Jimmy are ready to go. I've already de-sleeved up my deck, ready to re-sleeve it for the morning and write my deck list out, barring any last-minute changes. And Michael Pramawat comes downstairs, runs into us in the lobby, and asks if he could take a look at the deck. And I said, sure, I don't mind. He does, and then he says, can I play this? And I said, sure, I don't mind. So he joins us for the discussion. We talk about the deck a little more. And then me, Mike, and Jimmy are all sold on the deck. Jimmy leaves, Mike leaves. And I'm just hanging out with everyone else for a little bit just to play like other games like Exploding Kittens and stuff like that. And Ryan and Azul freaked themselves out into playing Volcanion, which worked out for Azul in the long run because he got top 8, so congrats to him. But it did work out. So I'll jump into the tournament report, deck list a little bit. So I went with the Eevees as opposed to Jeffrey's Milotic line because I thought that there would be a lot of Volcanion, which I was correct about, and I thought there would be Lurantis variants and Scizor. I thought Scizor would make some sort of a splashback. I didn't expect the Metagross, which was kindly helpful against. So good on us. The stretcher is very good, so you have to have that. The only difference between myself and Michael Pramawat's list was he played the second Lele and I played the second N, and I made that change in the morning because I just didn't. I don't know. I like the second N because I was just like, what happens if I just like Lele for the N and it's not there? So I guess I psyched myself out in that regard. But other than that, I think the list was pretty good. I would just make that one change going back into it. But the list was great. So let's do my tournament report. Round 1, I go up against Sylveon. I'm a little unfit. Like, I know how the matchup should work, but I'm like, yeah. So game 1, I take it. Game 2, he gets me on 2 grunts in a row, getting rid of 2 DCEs. So I'm already on the back foot. And then game 3, I just go aggro, like super aggro, and I'm just putting so much pressure on him that he loses. Because I know there's only a couple of minutes left because of our 2 long games. And then game 2, I go against Ahmed Ali playing his Volcanion EX, but he's not playing the Brooklet Hill version. He's playing like an aggressive Elixir Hoopa build still with Skyfields. So he's got like all the juice still in the deck. It's a very close 3-game series, as our series always are, but I end up squeaking it out because game 3 Vaporeon is not prized. So I have the tools to start one-shotting things earlier. Game 3, I go up against Tom Philby, who's playing the the Vikavolt Tapu Bulu deck. And for those of you who don't know how that works, it was like I say, it's the secret deck of this weekend, which was it was a very cool deck. I was very enamored by it. The Vikavolt searches for a grass and a lightning from your deck, attaches to one of your Pokemon. So what he does is he'll get 2 Vikavolts or 1 Vikavolt out and just power up a Tapu Bulu every turn, and he can discard the energies. He can heal his Tapu Bulu. It's and then they play like energy recyclers and Brock's Grid, so they can just keep throwing energies back and doing it over and over. And I'm like, it's kind of cool. Game 1, I take it on him. Game 2, he gets me. In game 3, I just go, I don't care. I'm super aggressive. There's a few minutes left on the clock, and I just take all 6 prizes in a matter of a couple minutes because I just don't care about my resources, and I'm just pushing it. It was good games. It was my first experience playing against the deck, so I realized that Tapu Bulu was really difficult to deal with. but I really like the deck. It's a very cool deck. We have lunch break, come back, and I'm up against Chris Vernier playing Lorantis Bulu. Just the fact that he has Lorantis gives me a huge edge because I can just flare on him for a couple of prizes, and he has to Lorantis into the Bulu because he's not playing the Max Elixir build. So I take a quick 2-0. Round 5, I go up against Adam. He's playing Decidueye Ninetales with the Flying Flip and the Espeon EX to devolve, which is really cute. Game 1, I have the best start I could ask for. Burn through a majority of my items, get supporters back into my hand, play around the Plume, get the Flare, get the Eevees out, get Zoros out, get Combies out, everything. And then he gets a turn 1 Decidueye because I left it with the Forest, and he gets like the setups of a Ninetales. And then I end up taking a one-shot on his Decidueye the next turn, and from there it's just downhill for him. Game 2, once again it goes heavily in my favor, and then he sets up this big turn where he has sniped around my entire board, setting 40 on my Combi, 40 on my Vepsiquen, 40 on my Vepsiquen, 60 on my Zoroark, and then he devolves my entire board, leaving myself with a lone Tapu Lele with a Float Stone on it and a Shaman. And he goes down to 1 prize card. I draw for my turn. I have the Rescue Stretcher in my hand, so I Rescue Stretcher for the Combi, evolve into the Vespasian since the Forest is still on the board, Sycamore away my entire hand, draw the rest of my deck, hit the DCE, and get the knockout on his Espeon EX. So that was a very cool deck, very cool series, very cool guy, actually. I had a fun time. It's got me thinking about Espeon EX again for this weekend, so I don't know. I love the cards, so I would definitely like to think about it. Round 6, I go up against Jay Lesage, one of my best friends from Canada. He's playing Trample Garbodor with the Oricorio tech. We play on the official stream. Game 1, I have very unfortunate Acrobike Sycamores that lead to me discarding both Special Charge very early, and I have to attach my 3rd DCE to a Vespasian and us both to 4 and take a prize. And off the end, he hits the raw teammates, and as soon as he drops the teammates, I know I lost the game because I don't have another way to end for the remainder of the game. And so we just pack it up. I scoop. Game 2, similar situation arises. I can't find the end for the life of me because I just want to get rid of. I just want to end. I just want to keep ending, keep saving my resources, but I can't find it. And I end up like top decking into like DCEs and or special charges before I'm Sycamoring, so my resources just kept getting exhausted and exhausted. And he makes a crucial greedy play by ending himself to 2 at one point, and that gives me a huge window to come right back into it with like my 2 DCs remaining. But I couldn't capitalize, and because of that, I ended up barely losing that one. So it was unfortunate series for me. I chalked it up to bad luck. I was a little tilted. First loss of the day. Then I go up against Aaron Tarble playing his Decidueye Plume, Ninetales, and yeah, it's not good. I lost pretty fast. And then round 8, I go up against Dakota Galanders playing Drapagarb. We have a close 3-game series, which ends up with who rips better, basically. Like early, I think game 1, I end him to like 1, and he got what he needed. Game 2, I did what I needed, and then game 3, I end him to like 1 or 2 again, and for 2 turns, I needed him to whiff, and he whiffed both turns, which was really nice. To get that win, and then round 9, I played against Jordan Nell, and I got up paired, so we decided to take the tie based on my tiebreakers. He's playing the Vepsiquen Voodoo deck. Because I'm at 6-2, and I was like, there's like a couple of 6-2-1s that bubble in, and I was very unconfident in the matchup because I heard he played Fury Belt, and I was very scared. So we take the tie, and I bubble in at 30 seconds, so a little bit lucky there. Can't complain. And then I go up against Jordan Nell again, day 2, round 10, with the Budwig Volt. The Fury Belt was actually a huge problem for me, but I was able to maneuver out a win through the series. So starting off 1-0 on day 2, the 19-pointer, I had to go 3-0-2 to make top 8, knowing that 1 would bubble. So I needed to win my first 3, or if not, if that scenario didn't occur, I would have to win 4 of my 5. So I was really hoping I could just win the first 3 and put myself in a good position. Then round 11, I go up against Jacob McCaber, one of the few players playing a very similar iteration of this list. 5 of us played it. All 5 of us finished top 32. We all had like 1 or 2 cards, or basically one card off of each other based on stylistic choices. Jacob played the Oricorio to beat us, so very cute on his part. But game 1, he drew past for a couple turns, and then I started popping off because I missed the donk on him. I couldn't find the DCE, even though I had the Forest and everything. And he starts popping off, and we get into a close series because of ends, and I get the first game. The second game goes very close series, but he gets the Oricorio, and then he pops off on me. And then game 3. I draw pass for 4 turns. He starts taking prizes. And then I end. And then we play. And it works out for me. So I made a huge comeback and I took the series. I was insane. So props to Jacob for keeping it close. Round 13, I go against Chris Szymanski playing the Metagross deck. He ended up finishing finals. So I knew the matchup was good for us, but I also didn't know he played a Hex and other things like that. So I proceeded to dominate him game 1. It was very easy. And then game 2, I pretty much lost in a matter of minutes. Game 3 was a very close one where I made a huge mistake one turn because he algorithmed. And then I didn't have a way to end him out, so I just went ahead and attacked with Zoroark for like 70 damage as opposed to attack with my Vepsiquen with all the Pokemon in my discard to just do like a bajillion damage, like 100 something. And I could have done that, and then he would have Karened, and then max potioned, sent up a second Metagross, attacked me. But in that position, I think I was down to 2 prizes, so I literally needed to find a way to set up 2 Eevees on my bench, and then my Zoroark would have been live to win the game, effectively. Zoroark or Vepsiquen. But I made the mistake, and I burned my Zoroark, and then from there, it was just every time. I couldn't get more than 1 Eevee on the board, and it was just like Lysandre knockout, Lysandre knockout. So it was a very close game that ended with me back-breaking Karen, basically. So I had to win the next 2, and I was like, I'm still in it, I'm still not out. 13, I go against Danny Altavilla, playing his Zoroark. Zoroark Break, Tapu Flip, Drampa deck. Game 1, it's a 1 prize attacking game. He's got the Oricorio as well. Game 1, it's a 1 prize attacking game. It's very close. I end him to 1, and I have to hope he doesn't hit a way to take 2 prizes in this turn. And his 1 card was a teammate, so he gets the Oricorio energy and takes 2 prizes. Game 2, I get him. In game 3, it comes down again to the late game where I needed an N to end him out of his hand, and he had the teammates to finish up the last prize. So, very close series. It was nail-biting. Congrats on him for winning. So I'm out of contention now. And then round 14, I go up against Cody Lee, who was playing Laurentis Bulu, and I got down paired. He's at 24 match points, I'm at 25, and he decides to concede to allow me to make top 16, and because he has no shot at it at this point. So I make top 16. The deck is good. The 5 of us that played it, Igor Costa finished top 32, Jacob McCabber and I finished top 16, Jimmy Pendarvis finished top 8, and Michael Pramwalt won the event. Going forward, would I play this deck again? Absolutely, because I love Vepsiquen, and I don't care if people are taking for me. But leading into Mexico, I might be a little wary. I'm a little scared to play it. But we'll see. Oh, sorry, I just woke up on my way to work. Other than that, I don't know what I want to play for Mexico. Thank you guys for watching. Check out ccgcastle.com. Use CCG Team 5 for 5% off your order. Get your Tapu Bulus, get your Tapu Cocos, get your Vikavolt promos. Those are really good. I ordered all mine. I got them in already, so I might need them for Mexico because that Vikabulu deck seems nutty. I want to play it. Other than that, yeah, check out 60cards.net. I should have an article coming up soon. And then, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will have the Rahul mats at Origins and Mexico. $20 on pickup. If you've already paid Grafton, show me confirmation that you have, or he'll send me confirmation that you have. And at that point, I'll be able to give them to you. So, on that token, thank you guys greatly and for watching. I know I've been slacking on content. Just the travel's been sucking the life out of me. But I will try to do some deck profiles on like Vikabulu and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.